just about to start a kind of an unusual job here, and I wanted to tell you about it. It's called frost seeding. This is an electric seeder. There's a little electric motor on the bottom, and it connects to the battery of this tractor, and it lets me accurately spread this seed here. So I'm going to be spreading this seed on the snow, which you might find kind of strange, but it's actually a great way to improve the species makeup of a pasture without tilling the ground. There's two kinds of seeds in this hopper. The lighter colored seeds are white clover, and the darker colored seeds are bird's foot trefoil. Now, both of these plants are legumes, which means they have little nodules on their roots that create a home for special bacteria. And these bacteria take nitrogen from the air and convert it into a form that the plants can incorporate into their body. And the bottom line is that the legumes are high protein pasture plants. And protein is always in short supply when you're feeding animals and things. So I'm going to be broadcasting this seed onto the snow, and it's actually going to grow when the spring and summer comes. The reason I'm doing it now is because these seeds are very tiny, but the freeze-thaw cycles that are going to happen this spring as winter transitions into spring, it opens up little cracks in the soil, and most of these seeds will fall into those little cracks. So in a sense, the seeds will become self-burying to a shallow depth. And these are small seeds. You don't want them to be buried too deeply. But the freezing and thawing action is going to provide a seed bed for these right amongst the grasses and other plants that are in the fields right now. So that's what frost seeding is all about. I'm at the tail end of spreading 180 pounds of this seed on the pasture. I probably won't see any benefit of this in the coming grazing season, but this is a long-term thing, because both of these plants, once they get established in a field, they'll start self-seeding too. So it's really a long-term practice of improving the pasture and improving the nutrition of the pasture without using any fossil fuels for tilling and things like that. I'm using a little bit of gasoline in this old tractor, but not very much. Less than 5 gallons of gas, and I'm going to cover all 30 plus acres that I'm going to be seeding this season. So before I head off and start frost seeding, I want to tell you a little bit about this tractor. It's 65 years old, 1953 Farmall Super H. It's got a small 4-cylinder engine, gas engine, and it has just been a terrific tractor for me. I bought it used, of course, in 1987, and except for oil changes and some spark plug changes and a new tire on one side, it's worked perfectly. It's kind of quite a primitive machine. I mean, it doesn't have a 3-point hitch like modern tractors do. It doesn't have any hydraulics, so it's really just for pulling, but it's quite economical and it's pleasant to drive. And why don't you come around here and I'll just show you the controls. As I said, it's pretty primitive. This is the ignition switch. You pull it out to activate the ignition, and gear shift, clutch. This ring up here is the choke, and the ring you pull down here activates the starter motor. So let me just start it up and you can hear it. So this runs really well. And now I'm going to show you how we use this old rig for actually spreading some seeds. So I'm out here in one of my fields now. I'm going to finish the job of seeding. One of the nice things about doing this work when there's a little bit of snow on the ground is that I can see where I've driven. And so I'm going to get good coverage. I'm not going to overlap certain places. I'm not going to miss other places. Another nice thing, today is sunny. I had a bit of problems a few days ago when I started this job. There was some wet snow falling, and it caused the bottom of the seeder to get wet. And the seeds I'm spreading now are so fine that it stopped them from flowing out. So I had to stop, take the seeder off, put it in my heated shop so it dries off. And now we're back in business, and we're ready to go, and in a couple of hours we'll have the last of the seed spread and an improved pasture for years to come.